welcome, welcome, welcome to The Tonight Show. You're here. You made it. Thank you for watching at home. Well, guys, let's get into it. Last night was the 94th Annual Academy Awards. America may be divided, but it was kind of nice for all of us to come together and say, holy crap, at the same time. Of course, I have to address the big moment that everyone's talking about, and that is Questlove winning the Oscar for Best Documentary! Yes! Yes! Questlove! Go back. Quest told me he's not going to let it go to his head. Well, actually, his assistant's assistant told me I couldn't get in touch with Questlove, but he's going to be on the show tonight. He's going to be our guest on the show. We'll talk tonight, bringing the Oscar. But actually, something else did happen on the show. Do you guys remember a few years ago when the Oscars literally announced the wrong winner for Best Picture? Turns out that was Child's Play. No. Yeah, there was a pretty rough moment during the show, and I think you all know what I'm talking about. Everyone in the audience looked shocked, and for once, it wasn't from the Botox. Seriously, you know it was a strange award show when it ends with a statement from the LAPD. You know what I'm saying? Yep, in just a split second, the Oscars went from Oscar de la Renta to Oscar de la Hoya, you know? Look, you move the award for Best Film Editing out of the main broadcast and all hell breaks loose. I've been saying this. But let's focus on the positives. I thought Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, and Wanda Sykes did a great job hosting the show. They did so well, they're already rehearsing their nose for when they're asked to come back. Yeah, it's great. It's a tough job hosting the Oscars. It's a lot like drinking hard Mountain Dew. At first, you can't wait to try it, and then after, you're like, never again, you know? But on the bright side, the Oscars rebounded from last year's record low ratings, drawing over 15 million viewers. That's like taking all the people who watched the Best Picture nominees and adding 15 million viewers. There were a lot of reasons more people watched this year, and I think one of them might have been Timothée Chalamet's outfit. Take a look at this. Yeah. Yeah, it turns out Chalamet is French for chest wax. Oh. Yeah. Vladimir Putin calls that look business casual. Well, let's switch gears. During a speech in Poland this weekend, President Biden went off script and said that Putin cannot remain in power. However, the White House quickly walked it back and said Biden wasn't calling for his removal. That's like if Reagan's staff said, he actually meant to say, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wallpaper. Meanwhile, I heard that this week the House is expected to pass a bill legalizing marijuana. This bill probably won't pass right away. Experts are saying that it will most likely puff, puff, then pass. One guy really got it.
Nice.
One guy really got it. He almost got it too soon. Yeah. He's like, ah! That's right. The bill will be signed at the White House, then framed at White Castle. That's interesting. And finally, a woman in the UK just broke the world record for the most chicken nuggets eaten in 1 minute. And she did it after telling her boyfriend, I don't want my own, I'll just eat a few of yours. We have a great show. Give it up for The Roots, everybody. To be back. We have a great week of shows ahead. Jared Leto will be here. Oh. Sienna Miller will be here. Hugh Jackman will be joining us. And we have... I know, we love Hugh Jackman. And we have a music performance from Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is a big week. But first, what a show we have for you tonight. He's the host of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, which airs Sundays at 11 p.m. on HBO. John Oliver is here tonight. Super funny. Plus, she's one of our favorites. She stars in the new film Moonshot, which begins streaming this Thursday on HBO Max. Lana Condor is here. Plus, He just won an Academy Award last night for his documentary, Summer of Soul. We're talking to Questlove from The Roots. Oh. And we got music from Buddy featuring Blast tonight.
Oh.
I love the Academy Awards last night. I mean, despite that incident, I loved seeing award shows. It makes me happy. My mom would always be really into award shows, any award show. Emmys, Oscars, my mom would dress up in a dress, like in a gown, kind of.
Oh.
And we'd have champagne, even if it was like cheap champagne, whatever it was. She would like have a speech ready to go. Like we loved watching it, and that's what it was like. Oh, they have hosts again. It was so step back to normalcy, you know. And I loved opening with Beyonce, and just Beyonce looking awesome as always, and that smile, like she only do, like she just knows how to do it. And then I thought the host did a great job, and then the Will Chris thing, I was just bummed, disturbed. I wish it didn't happen, but it didn't stop me from just loving the business and what we do. We chose to do this, you know, and to get to see everybody and people that are on our show and give out, you know, it's like editing, cinematography, anything, just looking at and celebrating this business. I thought was awesome, and no way could you even think that your friend was going to be up for an Academy Award and win. Yeah. And Questlove, I was screaming. Yeah. I was crying. I was like, ah! Like texting him, oh my God, you know, like, of course he wasn't gonna do the text for me, but I was just freaking out, just so happy for him. This guy worked so hard on this thing, and just, it's an Oscars that I'll never forget. It was awesome. So congrats again to Questlove. And everyone behind the Oscars. It was a good show.